snicker, where punchlines bite and chills grow thicker.
Hello there.
That joke lingers like a ghostly groan. In this haunted house, you're never alone. Laugh at the fear, grin at the gloom, dance with the spirits in this room. Grubbing death here, so come take my hand. Together we smile, together we joke. Be a grubbin', my friend. Oh, my friend. Cobwebs tell tales of puns long gone. Puns long gone. A demon chuckles, the banshee screams her song. Evil retreats when the jokes come fast. Laughter's the spell that'll always last. Can you hear the giggles in the air? A spooky cackle, a laugh so rare. Laugh at the fear, grin at the gloom, dance with the spirits in this room. Grubbing death here, so come take my hand. Together we smile, together we joke. Be a grubbin', my friend. Oh, my friend.
Hello there.
Knock, knock, who's there? A ghost with flair, but his punchline's weak, we don't even care. Monsters and mayhem, they're all just a game. With humor as our weapon, we'll never be the same. Don't forget your lighter.
Hello there.
Bones in its way. The forest whispers secrets. It won't let you stray. A banshee's cry in the hollow mist. Her shadow's a riddle. Her screams are fast. Light the smudge and watch it burn. When the banshee hunts, there's no return. Hold your breath, hold your ground, or she'll steal your soul without a sound. The truck's a ghost now, rusted and cold. The headlights blink like they're tired and old. Branches claw at your heavy coat. A heart beats rhythm in your tightening throat. Ash and ember, the spell you cast. The banshee's wail cuts through the past. Her fingers brush the night's deep spine. You can't outrun her, but you can buy time. Light the smudge and watch it burn. When the banshee hunts, there's no return. Hold your breath, hold your ground, or she'll steal your soul without a sound. Don't forget your lighter. Don't forget the flame. When the banshee comes, she'll whisper your name. Smoke and
Hello there.
Other I shrank or I forgot to adjust my camera. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, my family, my friends, my grubbins. Let's bring this down a bit here. I know what the problem was. I forgot to adjust my camera when I went from standing to sitting yesterday. I did stay standing for like an hour or so after stream, which was really nice. Well, welcome in, everybody. Okay, so let's welcome everybody in here. We got Malishkat coming in with the first. Hello, Malishkat. How you doing? 24 times you've managed to claim it. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Ryu, Potato, hello, my friend. Thank you for lurking. I hope you feel better. Jinx, coming in second. Ryu with the third. Jinx, what's rigged? The fact that Malishkat managed to get first, or that I may have let her know that I was pushing the play button so that she could be ready to do, all the fun stuff as a moderator slash producer slash that sexy, beautiful voice in my head. Welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. Hello, game member. Hello. The first because of the second. You are the first non-family member. Yes, Jinx. Yes. I've been playing around with the idea of wiring up my first so that if Grubbin Boy or Malishkat claims first, they claim, family first, because they do have a distinct advantage. And then, something going along the lines of something that you got there, the true first chatter slash viewer, and that there. First thing you said that Militia had hit it first because the second thing you said was that you let her. Well, yeah. Well, again.
Hello there.
Oh, shots fired from Malishkat. Let's keep it civil, kids. Let's keep it civil. Hello, Pickles. How you doing, my friend? Oh, teacher, I am behaving. Honestly, I swear I did not throw a spitball at Jinx. I promise you. I'm not passing notes to Malishkat either. We're behaving. Yeah, I know it's civil. I know you two like to have fun and play with joke around like that. That is perfectly okay. That is perfectly okay. I've been playing around with the idea of doing up like the whole the mechanic that Jinx has there, where when you do like your first check-in, merging the check-ins with the first and the second and that there, so that it all becomes one button and one redeem point. I like the idea. All right, so first, before I went live, and the reason why I'm a few minutes late was I got the phone call letting us know that Red's ashes are ready for pickup. I'm going to pick those up after school after I'm done picking up my little girl. I'm going to drop on down there, and I'm going to bring Red home for the last time. We've got a nice little box for her. Going to put her in it, and I'm going to get one of her pictures and put it on the front of the box, and she can sit next to her best friend, Sammy, who passed away last year. He's in the exact same box with his ashes there, so they'll be back together, hanging out there. Secondly, you can also do what the TOS guys do and give us our own check-ins. I could do that. I could give you guys your own check-in, and I would actually put some logic on it so that somebody can't check in as Malishkat who's not Malishkat. right? So that's also a good idea. Give you guys your own check-ins. Emily, it's okay. It has been what um a quiet week.
In a week.
Yeah, it's been a quiet
In a week. In a day.
week and a day. Yeah, so it's been a quiet week and a day. Uh, Usually we get the jingle jingle of her dog tags as she goes and grabs a drink, or she used to lay down beside me, and when she'd come to lay down beside me, despite being this small, like 15-pound dog, she would like get in a position and then go thump. And because they had to repair the joists here, the section of the floor that I sit on is really bouncy, so when she would drop to the floor, I would feel it, like she'd go boom, and I would feel the vibration. So, but I'm holding on to the good memories and you the joy that she brought, and yeah, I do miss her. But she was 15 and a half years old. She had outlived all of her family, all of the dogs that our family members have had, all of her friends here in the co-op, like dog friends that she's had in the co-op. So she's been
Hello
a
there.
stubborn little girl and outlived everybody. Hello, wannabe gamer. Welcome in. Incoming. Incoming what? Oh. Oh, Crusader. Seriously. By the way, okay, so a couple things. One, let's talk about little changes that I made to chat here. I've been doing some playing around with the new features of um, the latest version of Firebot. In the bottom right corner there, you'll see the tarot timer. I think it works. That should have a countdown timer for when the last tarot card was pulled. Secondly, yeah, there it goes. It's ticking down. Now it's in white. I'm still working on the font and the coloring and the styling for it all, but that is a proper timer. So that hits 0, the tarot deck should be available. Secondly, I changed the redeem for when you break a cursed object. Now it picks a random. Teacher Emily, I do have a command list. If you do exclamation commands, is it commands? You can go there, and that'll show you the commands that I have. Yeah, so the tarot deck there is counting down in the bottom corner. Welcome in, Chaotic Queen. How you doing? I'm doing okay. All right, keeping up here. So yeah, I put the timer in there. I'm gonna do some styling of it. I want to get a nice little tarot deck um image, right? I want to do a little bit more with it than just a little text timer that sits down in the bottom corner. Make it a little bit more interesting, but you guys can now get a visual timer on screen when the tarot deck is ready. And I can also actually now have it play a sound too when the deck is ready. Yeah, the Phasmo XP commands, the Phasmo XP stuff does those. There's no Phasmo XP. That's the ghost guessing stuff. That's going to be changing. I don't think that's ever actually worked properly. Secondly, yes, I updated the when you break a cursed object, it now has a chance to it has more flavor to it. It no longer says that Crusader pulled the death card. You think the tarot sound is a little loud? That little flip? Okay. I can adjust that. So, for example, now it says, where was it? Last Crusader 381 lit all the candles on the summoning circle and triggered a hunt. So he now lit all the candles there. If It has options for wishing for knowledge, forgetting to say goodbye, playing with our friend Floppy Frank, taking a photo of the Abaddon statue, things like that. The music box. When they add the ability to trigger hunts in the other side, I'll be adding some more other side flavor to it. But right now, we got that. What triggered that sound? Oh, pulled the hangman. Well. Oh, and it didn't start the timer. Okay, so the timer might be broken still. It's a work in progress. Yeah. I was playing around with it today, and all right, so overlay widgets. Why are you paused? Let's have some fun here. Would you guys like would you like a little bit of insight into the wonderful world of Firebot and how I make all this work before we jump into the other side? You know what? Let's do that. Let's go over to my desktop display. Okay, so welcome to Firebot. Let's. It gives headaches, for sure. That's fine. That's fair, Crusader. Welcome to Firebot. So this is the new overlays. To get the tarot deck to work, it is a preset random effect, right? So it goes in here, runs a random effect, a card list, and the Hangman. Why did you not do? Oh, that's because I didn't add the stuff for it. Okay, give me a second. Did I? All right, let's copy that. I may have hit cancel instead of save. So let's paste that effect. Hangman does that. Let's gonna duplicate this. And this is the new overlay bit there. So really, this is all I've done. So I created a new overlay. I'm gonna hit save instead of cancel this time. So they have a new overlay widgets section down here. You got the tarot timer overlay, which is a countdown timer dynamic. Give it a name of that there. The overlay instance is my default. And I put the positioning down here with a little box, set the width and the height, etc., etc. All right, give it a Z index so it'll always sit on top of all the other overlay stuff that Firebot does. It doesn't need any fancy animations. And I give it some right justification so it hides all the other zeros. When it runs or it finishes, I can actually have it play a sound or do a visual effect. So eventually what I'm going to have it do is flip a card. All right, I want to create some artwork where it's like, the back of a tarot card, right? So when the deck is on cooldown, right, it's kind of got what I'm looking for, it'll be like a visual indicator that it's on cooldown with the timer there, and then when it finishes, it'll flip the card over to show that the deck is ready, right? And or maybe bring the deck onto the screen, because you can do stuff like that. So like this one here is another custom widget, and this one here is all HTML based. So this will take a bit more time to do, but I could actually have this one be hidden, right? The tarot timer thing be hidden, and have it so like, okay, when I update the message or I send a command over to it, have it show an image inside of its space. There's tons of new overlay widgets that you can do. You can do a countdown to a date. If you got a special date that's coming up, or you just want to count down to Christmas, you could put a timer on your screen that is the countdown to Christmas. Or if you've got a subathon coming up in, say, a week and you want to have a constant countdown timer for it there, you could have that. Counters, you can do all kinds of, you could do counters. Like, I could put a counter there to show you guys exactly how many times you guys have used the tarot command. There. An image, which would replace the tarot label, is actually what I would go with. A simple thing is the image, or a progress bar. Do you want to have a set of monthly, like a monthly goal for subs or bits or something like that, and just a bar that fills up every month and then resets at the end of the month? You can do that. These are all special overlays that sit on top of the stuff, and I've spent weeks trying to get a nice little timer put together for the tarot deck, and then they released the update, and here we go. We get this. But here, I'll show you guys. So under channel rewards, also my channel rewards are all in here. If you ever wonder how I change the names of the channel rewards, so when Militia Cat reclaimed first, it's really simple. I go into here real quick to edit. On the effects, I have update channel reward, rename Militia Cat claimed first to user display name claimed first. That is just I update the name of that. And then in my events, I have OBS stream stopped. And when I do that, I update the channel rewards for Militia Cat claimed first, back to first, Jinx first to second, back to second, and Ryu to third, claim third to third. I just rename them back there. So that's how I get the channel reward to show that somebody's already claimed it, which is a nice little feature that I like. Nothing more annoying than going into somebody's stream, at least for me, going into somebody's stream and seeing first there, clicking on it, and it's already been claimed. I like and enjoy the visual clue indicator that it's already been claimed. It's not available anymore because first can only be claimed once, right? So, all right. So the tarot timer should be working now for the Hangman. I forgot to add the timer update functionality to it. But if you have any questions or you want to know, you want any help with Firebot, Emily, Kim, Crusader, Jinx, anybody, reach out to me. Let me know. I will happily give you guys a hand with it. I got here. I'll show you real quick, like how deep I've gone down the rabbit hole on some stuff. So I use my tablet for Stream Deck, right? And I found a way to trigger songs through Firebot by pushing a button on my Stream Deck. So when you got the how to trigger from Steam Deck here, right? I copied this URL, but if I go here and I go into songs, the other side, and that, so there's the URL. But I found out that if I put the question mark, my variable, and then the number there, Stream Deck Mobile, it's a tablet. That's all I got. I pay monthly for it. I would love to get my hands on a proper one, so I don't have to pay the monthly, like the monthly fee for it. But I use Stream Deck Mobile. It's just my tablet there, and you can run it on your phone. It is the Elgato or Elgato software that I use.
Elgato.
Elgato. Yeah, Elgato is really good. They're really good. They're expensive, but they're good. And if you're gonna go for a Stream Deck, go for the big one with all the buttons. Because if you go for the small one, like I built this. This was my very first Stream Deck. There, go up here. There. So I built this little beastie. This little guy here is a microcontroller. And it works off of using here, you can see inside. So that little circuit board down is a microcontroller with the pins on it, and then the wires are soldered into a keyboard matrix that I put together. A little extra, little electrical experience there, but this is my first Stream Deck that I used, and it works by using a plugin in OBS to trigger hotkeys. And that's what I used for the longest time. Yeah, I built it. I printed it off. It's a little microcontroller. Put the code for it. And that's the first one I used. I could plug that back into my computer, and I could still make use of it and just rebind the keys. Oh, you guys can hear Milish Cat on Discord. I forgot to turn that off. They say, bless you, love. I'm going to mute her. There we go. She said thank you. Yeah, that was my very first one when I started out. It was just a little 8-button stream, deck. It's not really even a Stream Deck. You can't control it with this. I used hotkeys to do it. So one thing most people don't realize is their keyboard, or Windows and even Linux. No, that was Milish Cat. Windows and Linux actually has keys that go from F13 all the way up to F20. They don't exist on your keyboard, but you can map keybinds to those, and that's what those buttons do. So they go F13, F13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. They use all of the extra function keys across the top of it that would, are available. It's just a second keyboard, right? A little mini keyboard with 8 buttons on it that I built. Nothing really special about it, but cool. Yeah. Elgato. Go if you're gonna go for a Stream Deck. There's those ones there. There's also what is it? A Christmas present that JB got his wife Ember. It's like Doyo. Hang on, the Twitch chat messages whispers. JB. He got her like a, what is it? A Doyo 3-knob Megalodon. Yeah, that one's got the macro programming in it. Like that one there is really in depth, like really in depth and with programming and stuff that you can do. But a lot of streamers will use the Elgato. What is it? I can never remember the proper name for it. Or how to say it. Elgato. Yeah, they're very flexible, but they do require a lot more technology. You have to learn how to program, program the macros and things like that. El gato, the cat in Spanish. So if you're looking for something that's simple, easy to use, user friendly, go for an Elgato Stream Deck. Get yourself the biggest one that you can afford. And if you can't afford the biggest one, save up for it. It is well worth it to have all those buttons. Trust me. Trust me, it's well worth it to have all those buttons. If you have the technical knowledge and skills, there are other ones out there that are programmable using the ability to write macros, the whole works. They're amazing. See, I'm afraid to invest in streaming stuff that way. I won't feel bad if I give up. So, Emily, then what I would recommend is this. Give me a second here. Elgato Mobile Stream Deck. This. I'm going to put a link in my chat here. This is what I use. I don't have a physical deck. I have a tablet. It's you know it's just a little tablet that I read books on. Um, my little girl has stolen a couple times to use for drawing on, but that's what I use. It's a mobile thing. You can pay monthly for it. There's a free version that has like 8 buttons or something like that, but you can pick what level of how many buttons you need, and then it's a monthly fee for it, right? It's like a subscription thing. But then if you decide that streaming is not really your thing and you give it up, you cancel the subscription. You've still got your phone. You don't have any extra hardware kicking around, right? And if you do decide that you want to, get into streaming and it's something you enjoy doing as a hobby or a pastime, or you explode and suddenly make it big, then you can get yourself a physical deck. And I recommend the mobile version to anybody who's just like, okay, I want to play around with streaming, but I'm not quite sure. Uh, Emily, that I understand that it's called imposter syndrome. Um, it's called imposter syndrome. Believe it or not, every streamer has it. Everybody suffers it. Um, it's really bad if you have ADHD. It, but it's like, why would people want to pay attention to me? Why would they care? Um, you know, am I really this funny or worth watching? When I was doing software development, I had that problem all the time. Right, the imposter syndrome was real. It was okay. Do I actually know what I'm doing? Am I any good at what I'm doing? Right, and you just kind of got to tell yourself, you know what, I'm worth it. And you know, become streaming is all about growing as yourself and your community together. Right, I've learned so much in the 6 months that I've been doing this, and I've only been doing this for 6 months now. And amazing people like the Pickled One and Fox Fan, Last Crusader, you know, you guys, everybody who comes in the chat in here and hangs out with me, and you know, Quibble Bibble, Hello I Mercy. I could list names, right? And then there's still stuff to learn. Jinx, right? Like all these amazing people have been fantastic at helping me, grow and learn. Um, and let me tell you, like the Pickled One, she was following me before I had even decided to stream. She believed in me that much. Um, and between her and Malishcat, if I ever like start to stray and go, you know what, I gotta focus on the numbers. I gotta focus on the numbers. I gotta get the numbers. And I did go down that rabbit hole. Those two lovely ladies, both of them smacked me upside the head and put me right. So having a friend or somebody that's that could kind of keep you on track is you know worth it. Or even setting yourself goals and just working off of goals and going putting something in place that can help you keep being you. And that's what it is. You just be you. um if anybody for a second thinks that the person you're seeing right now talking to you isn't the person I am at home when the cameras are off, you're wrong. Like, I crack bad jokes. I may use funny voices. I am there for my kids. I'm there for my kids' friends. Right? This is me. You just got to be yourself. And if people don't like you for you, well, they know where the door is, and there will be people who do like you for you, and they will hang around. And got itchy leg here, itchy ankle actually. I read a Reddit post that gave some excellent advice for new streamers, which is a lot of new streamers sit there and they focus on, okay, the tech, the audio issues. I got to make sure that my camera's just right. All right, the background's not an absolute mess. I mean, over that shoulder there, like I got a mess on my hobby table. I'm a dad, right? Um, but the one thing that nobody ever tells you about when you're starting streaming, they're like, oh yeah, you got to get yourself a decent mic, you make sure your audio levels are correct, etc., etc., etc. They never tell you you need to prepare for the social element of streaming. And like, there's always a reason to put it off. You never start if you never start if you never start. That is 100% correct, Kim. Hello, Nakira. How you doing? Um, yeah, they never tell you about the social aspect or how to prepare for the social aspect. I, yeah, like I mean, I use the webcam that I use for meetings, right? It's not an expensive webcam. I think the webcam itself cost me $30, right? The my stream deck is literally my tablet that would just sit around for a while and collect dust until I decided to pick it up and read a book, or my little girl wanted to write on it, do drawing, right? Um, my mic is the same mic that I went and bought because I had my old headset, the boom mic on it, broke years ago, so I've been using like a little desktop mic. It is being talkative and speaking my thoughts out loud. I'm normally very quiet for long periods of time. Yeah, yeah, I can see that being a thing. I had to learn to just talk. I enjoy silence. I enjoy my silence around me or having my music on. I need to get
Hello there.
the spreadsheet open. Notepad. There we go. So one thing I learned was reading a person's message in chat, and then if it's okay to read it, if it's fine, read it out loud. Yeah, yeah. That's the other aspect of streaming is learning how to make connections, and I'm admittedly, really bad at making connections myself. I struggle with that social aspect. Right? It's like I really struggle with the whole connection thing. I struggle with social media, to be fair. And that's the whole other half of streaming is social media. Did I set this up? My ADHD's kind of wonky today. Expert. Okay. We're going to go to the Pickle Wagon and we're going to visit... Oop. I knew I was forgetting something. I love how it gives you a warning. By the way, you forgot all this stuff, dummy. Asking what things they enjoy and then taking note of something about them and ask them. Yeah. I have a bad memory. You're rebuilding Dizumu Frost overlay and everything for him while he's working. Ooh. So, like, his whole stream overlay there. I find the best thing to do with a stream overlay is just keep it simple. Right? And actually, I should probably move that timer down a bit now that I got the little black bar there. Yeah, I write things down as well, or I try to remember a trait about an individual. My friend Quiche, every time I went into her stream, she was playing, or she was hiding in the closet. But she was this beautiful woman and smiling. So that's like what I attributed it to her. Yeah, yeah, yep. Done that as well. Need that, that, and we'll grab that. I think that's everything I'm gonna need. All right. Now that I have equipment, let's go. Let's do the thing. Yeah. My other big problem I have is maintaining the relationships. And that has to do with the ADHD aspect of my neurospiciness. Do you ever? You've probably all heard the saying "out of sight, out of mind," right? Especially when you're talking about kids, right? Oh well, they can't see it, so they're not thinking about it. The ADHD brain is 100% that. If you're not there, or I'm not interacting with you, it's sad to say, but you're not occupied. You're not in my brain. My brain is not going. You know what? I should, reach out and say hello to Crusader. Ask Crusader if he wants to play a game, and that's a flaw of the ADHD brain. Our brains struggle very, very hard to maintain those. Fair simple down. Need your help with Firebot later. All right, I won't be available this evening. I do have Pathfinder this evening, but I can make time this weekend, Akira. What was I saying? ADHD brain is very, very hard on the whole. I can't see you, therefore, you're not there. It's literally why we lose our keys in the refrigerator and do things like that. I mean, that's a meme, but it's also a reality. I have forgotten my keys in the fridge because I had them on my hand, came home, went to put something in the fridge, set them down on the shelf, and closed the refrigerator. I have left my phone in the car in the middle of minus 30-degree temperatures in the wintertime because I grabbed my keys, did a pat down, felt my gloves in my jacket pocket, which I thought were my keys, and then, oh, do we have a basement, Vicky? And then went, okay, where's my phone? And had to go find it in the car. Bummer. I think we might have a basement, Vicky. Done that. I've done that. Put them up on the head of my hat, the beak of my hat. The thing I say to people is, when they ask me to do something, what I'll tell them is, send me an email or leave me a note. All right, because I will forget. When I was working in software, I had people go, "Oh, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do that?" Right? And I'd be like, "Yeah, I can." If you send me an email. Send me a message, send me an email, let me know. Hello, Parafox. Thank you for the lurk. Oh, still wearing them on your eyes? Okay. Hey, beautiful. Alright, are you actually down here? I think you might be. You know what? Let's check the rest of the house. Spoopy. Yes, she is spoopy. And beautiful. Okay, so you turned on a light. That's good to know. Alright, let's step out of the house real quick because we do have some evidence we can put into our phone here. Alright, so zero evidence traits. We know that she is not a Terios Sook, not a Strigoi, not a Phantom, because those three ghosts do not give you a physical manifestation. The Strigoi and Phantom will do shadow events, shadow interactions. where the Teria Sook will only ever physically manifest during a hunt. They won't even give you a shadow form of themselves. They'll do sound effects, the fingers on the wall, the running sound, the ghost, breath, the whispers, the whole works, but they will not physically show themselves in any form. She turned on a light, so she can't be a Wee Gombel. Wee Gombels do not like the light. They turn them off. She cannot be an echo because the echoes will never turn a light on or off. I appreciate the lurk, Nakira. I appreciate the lurk, and good luck. Alright, so she's somewhere. And she turned on this light as well. Any rads off of that? No. Alright, so she is busy turning on all the lights. But I think she might be downstairs. We already got her picture. She's hunting. One 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000, 7 1,000, 8 1,000. Well, if she comes in here, I'm toast. This is Stonehurst Manor, Pickles. And you're a demon. Or a wisp. Can't be a wraith, can't be a Tantalus, can't be a Skia, Revenant, Forgotten, Doppelganger, Bahoot, Banshee, Iblis, Poltergeist, or Shura. Also, I gotta start a timer because I forgot one. But you are possibly a demon. Yeah, we're going to be doing this one for a while, so you could probably check. If you're doing the bingo, you can call the other maps. You know what? Let's turn that on. Let's grab that. All right. So we got 19 in that room. 21 in there. She's touching stuff. She's not... Well, we don't know where her room is. Her room is downstairs, and she can light candles. Okay. Oh, you are a demon. You guys see that? That 33 degrees? We have a demon. 100% a demon right there. Oh. When a demon interacts with something, they raise the temperature on it. It's really, really hot. Now, I know that's a candle. But when a demon touches something, if you use a laser thermometer on that object, you can see you get an elevated temperature. So we're going to grab that and that. We don't need anything else. We know what we have. We have our picture. We have our hunt escape. Let's go get the sanctified cross in her room, which is in the basement. And she can hunt at any moment. But that's the first time I managed to actually catch that. I gotta mark that. There we go. So, crucifix, right there. That's really cool. It is technically one of the, like, reduced... so this game doesn't have true zero evidence, like other games right now do. I could stop that and reset it. I don't care about the hunts anymore. I've got all that information. They have reduced evidence traits. So demons, for example, when they're from the moment they're sprayed last, their hunt goes on a 2-minute cooldown. So if you spray them right at the end of the hunt, they won't hunt for 2 minutes. However, their normal hunt time is 40 seconds. So they're fast hunters. Two, when you spray them with holy water, they go blind for 8 seconds. And that's why when I spray the ghost, you'll see me stand there and watch the ghost and count. I'm doing two things when I'm doing that. One, I'm watching for the Iblis shapeshift where they change their clothing colors. And two, I'm counting out the seconds or the rough seconds for when I've sprayed them for how long they're blind for. So her being a demon means that she was blind for 8 seconds. They also have really bad line of sight detection, and demons are really slow. They're the slowest ghost in the game. But catching the fact that when a demon interacts with an object, be it a door, a light switch, lighting a candle, inverting the sanctified cross, throwing your thermometer across the room. You need 2 thermometers to do this, but when they interact with anything, they pick something up and they throw it. If you use the thermometer, the laser one in specific, and point the laser dot at the object, you can see the increased temperature. That was 33 degrees Celsius. And of course, there's a logic of going, well, it was a candle. Of course they're hot. Yes. But candles, when lit, don't have an actual elevated temperature with the thermometer. Hello, Hunter Snore. How you doing? How has Marvel Rivals been treating you? I know you've been struggling with with their building healing into like every hero, like Black Widow. Why does Black Widow have healing? She's a sniper. All right, Vicky, go play with the cross in your room downstairs. I know I'm standing up here, but go downstairs. It was, oh, really? I pop in from time to time to, just see how things are. But I can't really, like, I love Marvel. Like, I love Marvel. I love superheroes. I love comics. I can't get into games like Overwatch or Marvel Rivals anymore. I get way too competitive. And it doesn't end well for me. It never ends well for me. But I do enjoy watching them. I enjoyed watching the Overwatch championships and tournaments when they had those running. They were actually a lot of fun. What do you mean a cloth escape? Oh, these Pokemon running away from everybody. Okay, well, we're not standing here waiting around. I'm pretty confident we got ourselves a demon. I know, seriously, right? Depends on the time of day. Yeah. I've been playing a lot of Once Human in my spare time. I went through... I started the game off in... What do you mean a favorite? Really? Okay, we got our room wrong. But that just matters for the one objective, and... that there. So we've had 2 demon victorious. The temperatures were really low down there. It's interesting. Okay. And the only photo I took. I've been playing Once Human a lot. Played the Dark Side Detectives yesterday. Really good puzzle game. Got it. That one does look good. Isn't that one like it's also like a comedy, right? Element to it. Put that in there. All right, let's go see if we can't get the last of our ghosts. I like tongue-in-cheek ones. One of the very first games I actually got to play with a friend was we sat down together at his computer, and we played a game called Under a Killing Moon. Oh, we got the wrong thing up there. Hang on, I gotta fix that, Pickles. Ghost guessing, let's end it. The actual ghost was... You know what? Let's go with the Moroi, because why not? Alright. Exclamation. Hang on. I gotta use Firebot for this one, because I can never remember my command. Exclamation. Toggle? No. What did I call it? You know, this is one problem with being a streamer, is you get so many commands. Socials, alert, actual ghost, top ghost guessers. What did I call the command? Set guessing. Exclamation set guessing TOS. There we go. Now it's going to use the right ghost set. Congratulations on your Moroi, Pickles.
Hello. Do you want to play a game?
Guessing's not worked. It just wasn't set properly. Yeah, I've been playing Once Human. I started playing with Zippity, and she's like, "Come over to this server," right? And I'm like, "Okay." So, because we're all over here playing on the server, I'm like, "Okay, I'll join you guys over there." The server is the equivalent of the end game. Like, it's designed for players who have beaten the original game, have gone, have ground out all their all the blueprints and leveled them up, have unlocked all of the equipment blueprints, etc., and want that challenge, right? The continued challenge. And so she's like, "Yeah, come over here. It'll be fun." So I go over there. Excuse me. I start playing. I will say, Once Human is not new player friendly, unless you start on a novice server and you go through the storyline. You learn a lot going through the storyline and doing the quests. I appreciate it, Nikira. You are working on a very important project, and that comes first, and I understand that. So I was like, okay, well, Zip, I don't know what's going on here. I'm not really having fun on the server. Every time I go to, an area that's supposed to be my level range, it takes every bit of ammunition I have to clear the the hostiles out of it. No UV, no. What if I lick this? Like, I was struggling with it. I was like, I'm not having fun. I'm going to, do something. And I was like, you know what? Actually, I want to give the game a proper shake, a proper test. So I went to the Novice Mandibus server, created a character on there, started playing the game very much like... Okay. Very much like a single-player game, going through the quests and only joining people when I was doing the final bosses in the dungeons. I gotta say, the game actually became very enjoyable at that point. Like, it made sense. I learned how to improve my equipment, how to level stuff up, what I was doing wrong. And the building system on it is actually kind of enjoyable and fun to use. But I've been playing that a lot in my spare time. Any rads? No rads. What about EMF? Oh, we have full EMF. Okay. Well, we don't need that on anymore. Let's put the book down. All right. Went out of the room there, and I saw the banister in the corner of my eye. I thought Victoria was standing right there. I just had a heart attack. Jeez. Yeah, it's an enjoyable game. It's free to play, unless you want the cosmetics. But the game is 100% free to play. And I highly recommend that if you do want to, give it a try and play the game. play on a novice server, do the storyline, focus on that aspect of the game versus... I forgot my lighter. Versus going, well, I'm going to go and hop onto the hardest server difficulty in the game and play there with my friends because... Yeah. Alright. Well, I don't have a lighter, and there are no lighters in the house. What's the temperatures in the room? 1.4. This is definitely Victoria's room. Let's grab the Geiger counter. See what we got here. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It has been a lot of fun. And Pickles, I highly recommend trying it out if you want to get together and play together. Let me know. I can also help you get onto the right server that we're all on right now. I know you've been looking for a game to play, so let me know, okay? Alright, I have ads coming up, so we're going to step outside the house real quick. We're going to run the ads. We're going to play Boom Bears on stream. And, yep. Alright, let's get everything set up over here. So every hour, I do run 3 minutes of ads as a sacrifice to the eldritch gods of Twitch. This keeps them asleep and appeased for the next hour or so. It means that they will not run ads in the middle of our gameplay, run ads when a grubbin comes into the channel, and generally gives us control over when we do and do not see the ads. I try to run them on the half hour, the 30-minute mark of each hour. It's kind of like, you know, scheduled timing. So we'll do that. If you have a subscription or Twitch Turbo, we will have Boom Bears up on screen. If you don't and you still want to get your gummy bear into the game to get into some gummicide, when you see everybody else use !join, type that in chat. Your bear will get in there. You'll still get the experience. You'll still get the points. And gummicide, yes. That's what I'm going to call it from now on. You'll still get the points. You'll still get the experience. And who knows? You may end up taking the crown and going on a streak. But I'm going to fire off the ads, take a stretch break, grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a snack, hug a loved one, hug your refrigerator, but not too much. We have had complaints about that. And I will see everybody in 3 minutes. You're not going to miss anything. And if Victoria does give me any evidence while I'm standing here at the door, I will let you know when you come back. All right, see you in 3 minutes.
I am illegal at all.
Alright, !join. I appreciate the lurk, Huntress.
On Tanglewood Drive, the shadows dance. Grubbin' Dad's out, he's chancing romance. Granny's ghost is glowing bright, but Grandpa's revenant haunts the night. Terror's watching from the porch light glow. Eyes wide open like they already know. Ghosts on Tanglewood Drive. Grubbin' Dad's running to stay alive. Granny's laughing, Grandpa's mad. The wildest haunt they've ever had.
Oh, and Akira's going for her crown again. Look at that.
Grubbin' Dad's got his charming toe.
Although if
Flirting with phantoms.
my deep red gummy bear has anything to say about it. Although he doesn't. Let's be fair.
Step heavy and slow.
Yep. Yep.
Through the mist, his
Akira woke up this morning and chose gummicide. Let the bear apocalypse begin. Congratulations. Alright, let's get another round going.
Grubbin' Dad's caught in a ghostly machine.
!join! Get your gummies in the battle.
Spirits
Will Nakira
gets cold.
continue her streak from yesterday? Or will somebody take it from her? Well, it's anybody's game right now. Little Militia Cat and Drum Dad hanging up back while Pickles is trying to single him. Well, he was. Looks like we're tag teaming. Oh. Aha! I have the crown! Welcome back, everybody. I have taken the crown. You guys can take it from me on our next ad break. Alright, so she hasn't done anything. I mean, she's turned on a radio. Which means she's not an echo. But that's not an option with EMF 20. Hasn't turned on any lights that I've seen. What's my anxiety? My anxiety is at a normal level. Alright, what else do I have in the truck? What else do I have in the box? What's in the box? I have another candle. So, one thing I love about this truck in particular is if you have the... Oh, she did... No, she didn't turn on light. If you've got... There are no lights on anywhere. Except for the front area. Why is there no rear foyer? Yeah, that's the front hall light. She hasn't turned on a single light anywhere. The big box truck does have the camera system in it. You can Van Princess in here. You know what? Let's do this. Our Geiger counter, we're going to put that there. I forgot my lighter, so I can't light the candle. We have to rely on observation and evidence. Oh, well. Okay. We have writing, and she lights candles, so she's not a... They all do it. What's our temperature? It's not a Shura. I'm tinkling over here. No rats. You're not a Shura. UV would be a Pulte and Rads would be a Rev. Oh, please don't be a Rev. You turned off the FLX pod. Why aren't you playing with lights or doors? You're not doing anything. Like... She's touching a door somewhere, but where? Jeez! Hi! Excuse me, I gotta put my heart back down on my chest. It's in my throat. Thank you, love. Hello, Quiche. How are you? What door are you playing with, Victoria? Whew. That one shot my blood pressure through the roof. Okay. Oh. You're not a revenant. Whew. All right, we have a poltergeist. Reason why I say that there. Yeah, I need a closet. I need a closet. I need a closet. The trusted closet, the luxury closet. Yes. I need a quiche-approved closet. I have a poltergeist hunting me. It could be worse. She could be a revenant. But I was able to run away relatively quickly on her. Like, my stamina did not go down. When a revenant has you in sight, or, you know, you're near a revenant, your stamina burns down. But I still want that last bit of evidence. Because, can you blow out? Perfect. Beautiful. Thank you, Victoria. I said thank you. There's no need to slam the door on my butt as I'm leaving, young lady. I say good day. Whew. Alright, have you touched the cruise at the sacrifice? Why aren't they playing with that? Like... Okay. Why aren't you touching the Oh, I need one hand, Reese hand. Let's not load up on holy smudges just yet. Hello, Topher. How are you doing? Well, that's the door you're playing with. There's the UV. I thought you'd pop in and say howdy. Well, I appreciate you popping in to say howdy. And a howdy back to you. There we go. You're actually cracking on with Persona and focus on it for once? I've never played any of the Persona games, but I appreciate the lyric. We had a poltergeist. Which is the exact same two ghosts that we had yesterday. Alright. Back into the fray. And, need a candle. We have all of our sprays. Let's grab a lighter this time. How was the rest of your games last night, Quiche? You were still playing when I went and crawled into bed. No, I appreciate it, Topher. Thank you for the lurk. Enjoy your game. Enjoy your game. Stayed on late, longer than expected. I do that every night. I start the day off with the objective of, I should be in bed by 11 o'clock. 12, 12:30. On Fridays and Saturdays, sometimes it's, you know, 2:30, 3 a.m. rolls around. And I'm like, well, that didn't go so well. Zip, we should probably go get some sleep because you have stream later on today, and I have to be up in a couple hours to do with the kids. Also, I'm pretty sure Grumpy wouldn't be too happy about me keeping you up every night playing video games together. Because I know Malishkat's going to start giving me hell for it. Okay. You're not a library ghost today. Good. That was the weirdest Pulte ever. Like, didn't turn on a single light apart from the library light the one time. Hunted like a doppelganger. Time passed quickly. Yeah. Especially with that new job coming, you know, the new job, you've got to, you know, set a schedule there, right? You might want to look into like an alert on your. Oh, hello. You might want to look at like an alert on your phone or on your computer to let you know when it's time to get off. I've got Pickles and Malishkat who are kind enough to remind me that it is coming on like time for me to leave. Speaking of which, I will be ending earlier today than normal. I have an appointment that I have to keep. So I will be done at 1:30 instead of 2:30 today. I want to turn this light on so I can see better up here. And you guys can see as well. Oh, is the luxury closet open? It is. The closet's open. Where are you tinkling? You're tinkling this way. Upstairs or downstairs? Not in there. What about back here? No, you're not here. Let's open that door for looping purposes. Ah ha ha! By the way, did you know that you can do this? We have an attic, Victoria. So, the thing I love in this game is this little thermometer here. Wherever the dot is, it will give you the temperature of that location. So, I was standing downstairs, like this. Here's is 8:30 to 11:30. So I was standing down here. Down here, it's 22 degrees. Up here, it's 10. I aimed at the ceiling. No EMF, no rads. Our temperature is up here. So we have a attic ghost Victoria. Put that there and that there, because she does like to move that. Okay. We know where you are. I'm gonna go this way. Down here. Yeah, you don't actually need to be physically in the room that you want to take the temperature of. You just have to point the laser into that room, which saves you a whole lot of time. I want that. I want that. Let's get that up there so that she can play with it and take that with us. Which is a great feature. Like, that little dot telling you exactly, you know, you like to play with doors. Oh, that's rads. We have rads. I know it's dark. Hello, Corey. Yeah, alright, we got rads. Put that there. I am looking at you, beautiful. Oh, love that smile. Okay, so let's do this. We have identifier. We have radiation. I'm lurking, debating if that... Do it. Do it. You're not a phantom. You turned on the radios. You could be an echo. Echoes are a pain. They don't do much of anything. However, they do like to leave fingerprints and stuff. Any fingies on this door? No. Okay, am I gonna want my... We have writing. Ooh. Oh, okay. Upstairs real quick. Throw that down. I want this. We have freezing. Ooh, we have a boot. We got a boot! You have some food. It's, had some food. It's reset days. Reset days are good. Yeah, pickles. I see, like, I see you go to bed shortly after, before or after I'm done stream, and then you're like, I'm going to, then before I'm going to bed, I find out that, you're up and you're running around. Like, oh, my poor friend. I don't want that, I want this. Okay, we need to escape the hunt. We need that. Let's go upstairs and get our thing. I know you're okay, but I know how it is not having the sleep. It can be rough. Alright, so we've got that and that. We can take pictures of. There we go. For bounty / bingo, you can check off
Hello
all
there.
the objectives. I have to go through and fix some of remove a couple of them because we can't take a flawless photo of this or take a flawless photo of that, except for the ghost. In fact, I should probably bring up the bingo window itself. There we go. Ma'am. Hello, Captain Panda. Okay, you were literally right behind me. Where are you? You are upstairs. How you doing? In the middle of a hunt right now. Yeah, if you approve it after the hunt. It's okay. Ma'am? There you are. I'm gonna go to my sacred hiding spot. Did it trigger? Oh no, Boom Bears didn't trigger. I met somebody on socials and while I've never met so that's always good. You're on a three street. You're a stream making word. You're on it. You're streaking. You're streaking. Words are hard. Wait, did that not count as escaping the hunt? How did that not count? Events. General events.
We're going streaky! Yeah!
Okay. Apparently, that didn't count as a hunt. She saw me.
Hello there.
Hello there. I'm not cleaning that up. Have I mentioned how much I love this? I love this game. The fact that it gets like I know that that happens. I am mentally prepared for that happening. I am mentally prepared for the ghost to manifest in my personal space, and yet almost every time they do, I get startled. Yeah, I get started. It's great. I love it. Phasmo does not do that. Yeah, I'm not the cleaner. Paranormal cleaners, that would be... That's another job, and that's when I'm with Fox Fan and Crusader. Ma'am? I'm gonna need you to come downstairs. Ma'am? Here we are. I sprayed the air. Yeah, it's coming out to Switch. Like, they don't even have a 1.0 released yet, and it's coming to Switch. Like, let's make sure I got the right thing circled here. Yeah. Like, all right. Well, Christopher Dyke got his bingo win there. All right, so let's go through the bingo here. We have another ghost. We had the boot. The boot. Call the boot. All right, evidence. We've got all the evidence there. View photos. Okay. Apparently that counted. All right, so did that event not cleaning up? Light break. We had the growl. We got the growl back at her. I sprayed the air. Captain Panda, congratulations on your bingo win. We had some technical difficulties at the start of stream, and I totally failed at English. What do I have on my card? I still do. Out of all that, I still don't have a win. Yeah. No, you haven't told me the name of your game yet. There, I look forward to learning more about your game, Corey. Atrocity. It's always a good name. Yeah, it's 3 different bingos. We've had another boot. You know what? Let's do this. We need an overlay here. So let's go chat. Let's go to text GDI. Call it 18 spirits. Pickles, congratulations on the win. Can you give Chris Thorndike, Captain Panda, yourself the bingo win there, please? All right. Let's do this real quick. Okay, I got all my stuff in the there. Let's go over here. I think it's time Corey run. I think it would be a good time, yeah. Bingo win. Just bingo wins. Was it exclamation bingo wins? Then their name. It automatically adds them. It does all the currency manipulation there. Really? All right, I need the phone here real quick. We're gonna do something real quick here. All right. So in text, we've got Banshee. Look at the giant words on screen. Then we have the Bahoot. If we're doing 18 spirits of Victoria here, we might as well keep track of them visually for everybody, right? Doppelganger. The Echo. Forgotten. An Iblis. Fantôme. Shura. Skia. Strigoi. We'll fix the sizing of this in a minute. Fontalus. Tariaksuk. Wee Gombel. Also, Ghost Guessing. Did we end the last round of guessing? Looks like it. That or it's broken again. Other ghosts, we had a Bahoot. There we go. Alright, Wee Gombel. Wisp. And a Wraith. Alright, vertical. Ooh. Limit top side, opacity, select color. Where's my font sizing? Select font, Arial vertical, select color, text transform. No, I don't need that. Size it. Sneeze. Excuse me. That way. Oh, that way. There are a lot of ghosts here. Bring it down like that. Put it up there. What is the command to enter the bingo drop thing? Or the command, hang on, Pickles, is it's bingo win. Exclamation bingo win. There's no S. It's bingo win, then their username. All right, we'll keep your seat warm for you, Corey. Yeah, there you go.
I am the League of Shadows.
All right, and let's go up here and let's go the 18 spirits of Victoria. Hello, Mercy. Hi. Thank you for the lurk, and thank you for the resub, Mercy. I appreciate it, my friend. I do. You're going live soon? Are you going live soon, Mercy? We had 3 Bahoot. Not streaming the mornings, afternoon. Oh, okay. Okay. Then I will catch you when you're... When are you live next? Wraith, we've had 2. The Echo, we've had 3. The Wisp, we've had 1. The Phantom, we've had 3. Iblis, we've had 1. Tonight around 7. All right, I shall try to be there tonight. What are you playing? I know you're lurking. I'm just, typing my friend up. Doppel, we've had 0. Demon, we've had 2. We haven't had any Banshees yet. Chronos? Okay. Shura? We sure we've had any Shuras? We've had 2 Shura. We've had 2 Skia. We've had 3 Strigoi. No Tantalis. We've had no Tariaksuk. We've had no Wee Gambals. All right. I'll have to like make this all pretty and throw some CSS into it and all that, but there we go. We'll do that for now. Okay. Well, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it, and I will see you tonight, okay? I will be lurking as well. I have Pathfinder tonight, but I'll be there. As I always am. Unless something weird happens. Okay. Let's go find Victoria. And maybe get one of those other numbers out of the, you know, filled in. So,
Stay a while and listen.
well, welcome to the Grubbin family. My name is Grubbin Dad. We'll never call you out if you want to stay a while and listen. However, if you want to hop in chat and say hello, it is super effective. Hello, Gideon. So I just put up all the numbers there. I'm doing a little challenge that I've created for myself called the 18 Spirits of Victoria. I am running on running solo on the plantation map in the other side here, looking for or trying to identify Victoria and get at least one of every ghost type for her model for this map. And so far, by the looks of it, we have not had any Banshees, Doppelgangers, Teriasuk, and Wewe Gambels, which have all eluded us to this point. It kind of looks like Phasmophobia. I am playing Identify, which is very much a ghost hunting game where you walk around, you try to identify the ghost. There's another game mode called Cleanse, where you go in and you grab the evidence of the ghost, the highest level of it, and then you actually cleanse the ghost. The big difference between Phasmophobia and the other side is we're dealing with a haunted house instead of a haunted room. Finding the ghost's favorite room actually only matters if you want freezing temperatures and the sanctified crucifix or sanctified cross objectives. You got a bingo! Congratulations! Oh, we got a light turned on. All right, so she turns on lights. Sadly for us, that eliminates the Echo, the Teriasuk, and the Wewe Gambel. Are you up there again? You really like turning on lights. Are you a wisp? The other big difference is every ghost type in the game actually has comes from a real ghost type, lore out there. They're all lore accurate. So they all have special traits associated with them that you would find if you actually looked up what looked up a Wewe Gambel. They're a ghost that takes children. Right? But they also don't like the dark. And this is your room. Not a wisp. Turned off a light. No, it is not on Xbox yet. They do want to put it on console. So the game came out in March. It is still very much early access. The developers are working diligently to add new stuff. Their goal is to bring it out on consoles, but they want to get the game working and finished first. They want the 1.0 release before they put it out on console, so that they don't have to worry about things like the game, what is it? They don't have to worry about a bug. We have rats, okay. We have radiation, and you're not a phantom, you turn the radio on. they want the game finished before they push it and they move it to consoles. They don't want to release half a game to the console, right? And then interesting. All right. We have radiation. We have that. Did we have a banshee? Well, we can turn that off. We don't need that anymore. We don't need that anymore. Yeah. No. I would love to see it come on our console. I think it would do really well on console. They haven't put in full, like, controller support yet. Again, the game came out in March. When they released it, you're gonna reset bingo and end. Okay, perfect. Pickles, thank you. Did we start guessing? There we go.
Hello. Do you want to play a game?
The game, when it released very much in a early raw state. And they have been working very hard to get it up and running, working, and finished. They did a Halloween event. I want that. This past Halloween, and that event went so well that they actually brought the community in and asked the community for feedback. I'm awake. They asked the community for feedback on what would you like to see in the Christmas event. Any feedback, thoughts on how the Halloween event went. They're very community driven, which is great. Their Discord, they're active in their Discord. Like, the lead developer is active in Discord. They will occasionally pop into games with players. Their content creators are fantastic. I don't need that. I'm trying to leave here, ma'am. I know you're a revenant. We have another rev. Oh, you got COVID? I'm sorry to hear that. Music playing in my room so I can feel better, and I'm sorry you're not feeling well. All right. Well, I'm gonna end guessing. We know what the ghost is, so we're gonna end guessing in 3, 2, 1. The ghost is a revenant, by the way. -1. -2. -3. All right, end of guessing. I wanted to see if anybody would change their guess to the revenant. I wanted to see. I need to step in the house to get hunted, don't I? Yeah, so, like, the big difference when I say it's a haunted house, the ghost can... my favorite band? Let's see here. I'm enjoying Sabaton right now. Amon Amarth was one of my favorite ones when I was in high school. I'm a big fan of Lacuna Coil. Love the new stuff they're doing. Nightwish is great, but my all-time favorite band has to be Opeth. My wife walked down the aisle to them. It is a band that I constantly return to. As soon as one of their albums come out, I buy a physical copy of it. Like, hey, ma'am, why am I hunting the ghost on the hunt? Hello? Do I have a photo of the ghost? Tasks. Nope, I need the photo of the ghost. Excuse me, coming through, pardon me. You are a revenant. Oh my goodness. Soulless. I haven't heard them. We do have a Discord if you wanted to, like, throw some music recommendations into there. We have a channel for that. I love hearing different bands out there. Thank you, Pickles. All right, we got another rev. I want a Banshee. Oh, your Discord doesn't work? I'm sorry to hear that. then I will go over here and I will grab, copy and paste that, and I will stick that in my notes. There we go. Ooh. Hey, Mon play this is taking some sanity restorative. She's going for the cards. And Pickles beats her to the draw. I think I need to also put in the tarot timer the number of cards that are left as well. Like a deck count. Just so you guys could see that as well. Photos. Writing. Photo that there. Okay, so let's do the bingo here. We do play bingo. For this one here, we had a Revenant, which I think we've already had one of those. No, right there. We're gonna call the Revenant. Then yeah, I think that's pretty much all we can call on that one. All right, well, congratulations, Chris Thornlake, Trash Panda, Pickled One, Chaotic Queen, and Gideon on your bingo wins. Do I have a win yet? No, I don't. I need to get rated to win, or take a really bad photo of that, or a bit cheer, or I need to go AFK. All right, I'm going to end bingo, and I'm going to start up a new bingo round. And that, the other side, identify, and my general events, and there we go. I'm going to jump back into there. There are a couple events that I'm going to auto call because we can't do them, which is that one, and we'll call the maps, because we can't get the flawless UV photo objective or the writing objective on identify. I really need to take those out of the identify one. What else can we not do here? Drink. I had a drink. There we go. I think that's it. Any of the other ones there? Okay, perfect. Bingo cards are free. Grab your bingo card down in the about section, or on the events section in your, if you're running mobile. And let's do that. Also, we had ghost guessing. Our actual ghost was a Revenant. Hang on. Oh, Cat already called it.
Hello. Do you want to play a
Gideon,
game?
Pickled, and Milish Cat all guessed Revenant correctly. Congratulations, you three. I just caught that, Pickles. I need to get like an audio cue for when it gets triggered for me. At least the ending. All right, to the pickle wagon. You know what? Let's do this. Not available. Well, why aren't they available? What's this look like? Look at that, nice bright red. Even the what? Even the lights inside go red? That's cool. It's kind of got like that special dungeon feel inside right now. Barbie pink. Oh, I guess the lights inside are always tinted red.
Hello there.
You done did good. Yes, you did. Hello, Rye. How you doing? We'll stick with our green. To the pickle wagon. Here. All right. That's a free bingo one for somebody. Makes a change to the pickle wagon. Yep. There we go. What's the notification here? My Twitch. I don't play League of Legends. You believe that Twitch is like, hey, by the way, there's new drops for League of Legends. You should go play League of Legends. League of Legends is great. You should play League of Legends. I don't play League of Legends. I have no interest in playing League of Legends. Have I mentioned I get really competitive when I play games like that, and I can get really, really competitive. Yeah, if I actually do become a content creator, Pickles, I am putting, like, when we do the truck wrap, I am putting the pickle wagon on the side. Like, it's gonna be there. That is my one thing I really want to have happen with this is I want the pickle wagon on the side of the truck. Yesterday it was 82 in the morning, and last night it was 30. I'm going to assume that's hot and cold, Gideon. I am Canadian, from the lovely province of Ontario, where it is currently in the negatives and half buried under snow. Okay, ghosty, ghosty, ghosty. Where are you, ghosty? Are you a basement ghost? Do we have a troglodyte? Or a chud? Cannibalistic underground humanoid, what is it? Cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller? Am I showing my age with my movie references? We have a Pokemon in chat. Throw your balls on it. It'd be cool if they'd make it look like a barrel, though. Would the hoops? Well, I think we can. Like we. Oh, you know what? How about I turn those on? Where's the light? You blew my light out. No temps there. Okay. Gideon, if you are a streamer, it gives you a shout out. It is, I am a streamer, you get you a shout out. It is your way of saying that, hey, I'm a streamer, and, you know, gives you a once per stream ability to, like, promote yourself. That was weird. Oh, I hit the cold spot. Yeah. I put it in so that somebody
Hello
can
there.
promote themselves if they need to. Hey, beautiful. Hi. I love that smile. That's a beautiful smile. You're doing great, Victoria. Except this isn't your room. Finally got the full picture of that. That makes me happy. Leave that door open.
Piece of cake.
That was a piece of cake. Oh, here we are. You're in here. Okay, and you turn lights on. All right. Do that.
Pull the lever.
Pull the lever. I'm gonna grab a little bedside candle. So, fun fact, I put in a suggestion for a broken nose when they redo the customizations for the characters. For that reason alone. 2 years of guitar lesson. Ooh, that is nice. That is not an easy one to play. All right, we know some things. We learned some stuff in there. We know that you are not an Echo. We know that you are not a Teriasoke or a Wee Gumbel, which is sad because we need you guys. Last game we had, what was the last game? We had a Revenant, right? I need to update this. Properties. I forgot to put the Revenant on the board. Revenant is after the Poltergeist. I forgot to put the poltergeist on the board. And poltergeist. Rev. And Nat. We've had, how many revenants have we had? At least I keep notes over here, right? We've had, what, 2 revenants now? 2 revenants, and how many poltergeists have we had? We've had 2. Okay, there we go. Needs a T. It's a poltergeist. Nothing wrong with a poltergeist. I bet it's Victoria. She could be a poltergeist. I know, phrasing. Ouch. Wow, wow. Yeah, I beat you to the phrasing, Pickles. I'll take that phrasing. You spent some car. Ooh, nice. Oh, hey, thanks for lighting the way. That was very kind of you. I'm gonna turn the light on, okay? Here's a crucifix for you to play with. Thanks for lighting the candle. So lights candles, turns lights on. So with lighting candles, we can eliminate the Wee Wee Gone Bell, the Wraith, Sally the Banshee, the Bahoot, the Tauntless because she slammed a door in her face, the Echo, which we're limited already, which leaves us with this mess of fun. Close this door. All right. So, you rad? You're throwing stuff. Where are you throwing stuff? Sounds like you're throwing stuff over here. But you're not. Are you throwing stuff? Jeez. Hi, Clay. There's my EMF. There's my flashlight. There's my EMF. Oh, interesting. Okay. So blows out candles. Not a Skia. Not a Wisp. Not a Strigoi. Not a Revenant. Not a Phantom. We had a physical manifestation. Really, we're left with the Iblis, Poltergeist, and Demon. And we have writing. Of course, it's all 3 of those. Can I get the temperature off the candles? You're not a demon. You're not a demon. We know that. All right. What else we got here? Identifier. We're going to eliminate demon. Poltergeist or Iblis? I want... what? Iblis is audio and Polty is UV. And we're being hunted. I need to see you, Victoria. Where are you? Are you out here? There you are. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. No shape shift. You are another poltergeist. You're a poltergeist. How you doing, Clay? It's true, I do. I do miss it. It's a polar. That's right. She's a polar. We can leave. We got our photo. She just has to go play with the cross. To be fair, Eminem is not too far away from metal. I mean, Eminem could do a really good collaboration with a metal artist. All right. I need to go properties. Poltergeist. We have 3 of them. Very eclectic music tastes. Yeah, I've learned to adapt my musical taste based off of my kids. Like my little girl, she has quite the range of music, and I've listened to a bunch of stuff she has. I think the only person in the house who really listens to anything that I would classify as pop music and is closer to like, you know, pop rock would be Militia Cat. And then there's my son. My son has got some really interesting musical tastes. All right. We have ads coming up. I'm going to run them now while we wait for the Sanctified Cross interaction, which is in her room. I'm not in the house, so eventually she'll go back in there and play with it. The ghost only spends about, I want to say, less than 40% of their time in their favorite room. Apart from that, they wander all over the house, where you can get evidence in any room of the house. And yeah, okay, some cheesy pop sometimes. Yeah, Grubbin, he does like classical as well as the cheesy 80s. Yeah, he does. Well, that's what I said. He's got very interesting musical taste. There's not many 12-year-olds out there who enjoy classical music like Wagner and bagpipe music. But all right, so for everybody who has a subscription or Twitch Turbo, we do play Boom Bears on stream here. If you don't have a subscription or Twitch Turbo, don't worry. When you see other people type exclamation join in chat, you can still get your bear into the Gummicide by typing exclamation join in chat. You'll still earn experience. You'll still earn levels. And who knows, you may take the crown. But every hour we do run 3 minutes of ads on the hour, usually on the half an hour mark, which is where I try to aim for, just so it's easily schedulable and, you know, I like consistency that way. But please do me a favor, grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a snack, hug a loved one, hug your refrigerator, but not too much. We've had complaints about that, and I will see everybody in 3 minutes. And thank you for your understanding and patience. Bear right back, everybody. All right. Exclamation join. Oh, Envy! Envy, I just fired off ads. I'm reading myself.
Hello there.
Hey, Barry. There we go. Got the food stick time back. Took long enough. Envy, I'm not sure if you can hear me or not, but thank you very much for the raid there.
Hello there.
I'll do my my spiel after the ads are done. But yeah, if you need to raid and run, Envy, please do so. Do your post-stream care. Take care of yourself. Pickles, congratulations on taking the crown. Let's get another round of Boom Bears in. Exclamation join. I'm actually going to move my desk into a standing position. I appreciate it, Envy. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, if you need to, yeah, do your post-stream care. Get yourself a drink, get yourself a snack. Your game is shaping up really well. I've got to schedule, work some time into my schedule to play, to get it on stream again. I also have to boot up the game and look for things. That's fair. Yeah, I gotta schedule some time to play it. I got another game that I gotta play on stream as well. Welcome back, Gideon. Oh, your phone died. Ah, I hate when the batteries in my phone die, too. It's really frustrating. Pickles! Going for the streak! Is it next Thursday? I thought it was coming next Tuesday. Hang on a second. Let's do Boom Bears real quick here while I look this up. But welcome in, Envy. I know you can definitely hear me now because the ads are over. Thank you very much for the raid. I appreciate it, my friend. Get yourself a drink. Get yourself a snack. Get yourself into the gummicide. Hello, pirate. How you doing? My orders. Where's my orders? Thursday. That's coming Monday. Oh, it is Thursday. Oh. What? Why is it? Okay. It is coming Thursday. Pirate! You just woke up from an extra long nap? Isn't it like, you're 15 hours ahead of me? Like 3:30 in the morning for you, pirate? Oh, Pickles got taken out early. Looks like my bear is only seeing gelatin today. 13 hours ahead of me, 18 hours ahead of me. Okay, so that would be 5. Okay, 5. 5, 8, so yeah, 6:30 a.m. Pirate, I don't think that's called a nap. I think that's waking up from your night's sleep at that point. Yeah, that's called going to bed, pirate. Top 3 songs: Evolution, Sugar, and Freak Unleash. Corn's pretty good. Corn's pretty good. Alright. I meant to be awake through the night and sleep through the day. Well, I used to be like that. Then I had kids. And then I got to end a day job. We did have a Polargeist. So let's go over here to our bingo. Move that over here. I'm also now double parked to myself. Objective: escape the hunt complete. We got that done, and we got that done. The ghost blew out a candle. She also lit the candle. I definitely had a door slammed in my face. Photos. What do we have for photos? We had Brighting and ooh, I love this one. There you go. I finally got the full shot of the text. You promised forever. Now I'm your ever after. I love that one. That is one of my favorite events in the game. Get your ghost guesses in. If you need to know what type of what all the ghosts are, the little banner that just popped up was there, but you can also do exclamation ghosts, and it will show you all of them right there. Contract summary. View details. There we go. I then have evidence of UV. Oh, well, I didn't get UV photo, but there we go. Photo of the ghost. We got that. Took a photo of the writing. I didn't take that. Our evidence is what I wanted. I wanted EMF, UV, and writing. And our ghost was a poltergeist. Okay, check your bingo cards. I need to do pretty dress me up ghost hunter to get myself a bingo. All right, how's my holy water situation doing? I'm gonna need to restock in a minute. To the pickle wagon! Exclamation G will get you a random ghost pirate. Yeah, I've got the. I technically have the most up-to-date version of ghost guessing that I'm aware of. It also has the ability to do phasmophobia ghost guessing, repo monster guessing, and I rebuilt it in such a way that it's very, very easy to add other games to it for guessing. So you could add any game that you can take a guess at what the enemy is. Yeah. The one that you have doesn't. The one that you have doesn't. I need to finish writing this one. I need to get an overlay set up for it to show the top ghost guessers. That's like you can toggle on off, right? Which is the last thing I want to do. Then I'm going to package it all up, and I'm going to make it publicly available over on Crowbar Tools, which is the official Discord for this year. Yeah, well, Jubear didn't make ghost guessing. Ghost guessing was made by a friend of Tom and Kay, right? He made the original ghost guessing, and then it's pretty much sat there, and nobody has monkeyed around with it. Jubear went and made some modifications to it, where he added the alias, changed up the random, so you could do exclamation G. And if no ghost was there, it just picks a random ghost. Or if you spell the ghost wrong, it picks a random ghost, right? It also has that the on-screen display, and they took away the in-chat one. I've had people go, "Oh, I like the in-chat one." Yeah, it was made for Tom. No, Tom, him and Tom were friends. I've actually talked to Tom about it, Jinx, because I knew it was originally made for Tom. Leona wanted to take the ghost guessing out of chat, so, but I was like, you know what, I kind of like it in chat and on the screen, so I've set it up that way. When I package it all up, I'm going to give credit to the authors and everyone who has done work previously on it, but I'm also going to include instructions on how to turn off and on. Jubear used Mike's version. Okay. You're in here. I'm going to include instructions on how to turn on and off the various pieces, and include instructions on how to add ghosts, or add new ghost guessing. So, for example, if Jinx wanted this, right, and Jinx plays Abnormality, and he wanted to have ghost guessing for Abnormality, we could add Abnormality to the game list, and you can switch games. So you can switch between the games easily. It's not like you have to completely unload everything, load it all back up, etc., etc. It's a command that you type in chat that will toggle the game for you, right? And I have been thinking of. I have my. There we go. I gotta change that keybind. I've been thinking about adding all the Abnormality ghosts to it. So, Ghost guessing has gone through numerous hands out there. The version I'm working on now, I want to say, is probably the more flexible version. Simply because it now handles multiple games. Mike, oh. Yeah, no, I'm standing. I'm standing. Thank you, Kim. Okay. That's my room. Want that? I want that. She's touching doors somewhere. But not there. Oh, did you go upstairs and play with the door upstairs, Victoria? Well, that was fast. But, yeah, so I wanted ghost guessing for the other side, and I didn't want to have to, like, have two versions of ghost guessing running. Ah, I got scammed. No EMF, no rads. So, yeah. I spent... Oh, we have freezing. Okay. I spent a bunch of time figuring out how to make it work. And then one morning it was like... Oops, what? I'm going to get something off of that. Nothing. You're a UV ghost or a writing ghost or... Anyways, you're also not a Terry Silk or a Wewe Gambo, which is sad because I need those ghosts. Yeah, it was like half an hour before stream, and I had a sudden realization of how I can make it work. And literally 50 minutes before I went live, I rewrote a big chunk of ghost guessing. And tested it live on stream, and it was like, yep, okay, it's working. Perfect. This is great. I'm gonna go grab a extra spray bottle. Natty actually has my version as well. I have to get it over to Quibble. It's slowly getting out there. There's a couple people who have it. Let's get that in there. It's gonna drive the EMF nuts, but actually, we got Tantalus. You're the only one that can't interact with it. Well, you're not a Tantalus. Because you slammed the door in my face. Okay, need that. I'm gonna need that. Oh, there we go. We finally got the UV. Alright, so we have UV and freezing. Identifier, we have UV and freezing. We have a Strigoi. You can't be a Strigoi. You could be an Echo or a Wraith. Yeah, Pickles, Pirate, I wanted it to work with other games, and I didn't want to have a version for the other side, and a version for, you know, Phasmophobia, and a version for this game. And then Natty wanted a version for Repo. And I was like, well, we can all make it all go into one spot. Well, I know what you are. You're an Echo. I say that Victoria is an Echo because if you listen, you hear the stomp, stomp, stomp. That's her footsteps. Wraiths don't have footsteps. They also don't have legs. And if we look at her photo, you can see she's got feet. Right there. So we have an echo. Echoes are also a really... I don't want to say they're a boring ghost, but echoes don't do much. They don't turn lights on or off. They don't touch radios. They don't interact with the FLX pod. I mean, they're not as bad as the Forgotten, which literally does nothing. The Forgotten has no ghost traits, except that they don't do anything. I saw that one coming, Vicky. I'm not cleaning it up. You're not catching me that time. Bye. Hey, beautiful. Bye. Here, I'll close the doors for you. Enjoy your haunt. She's tinkling in the room. Thanks for calling that one Pickles. I saw the table come, or the plate come up a little bit just on the corner of the screen before the table actually flipped. Like, I know what's coming. It was like right, on my screen. It would like I'm reversed, so it would have been like over here, well, over on this side of the screen. The table lifted up slightly and then moved. I'm like, oh, the table's flipping. Gotcha. All right, have fun with Mega Bonk. All right, what do we got here? We have an echo. Let's update our properties here. I can't click up there. I have to go down here. That's right. We have yet another echo. You start taking a wild guess at what my most common ghosts are. Evidence. What do we got here for evidence? We have, well, let's call the echo first. Evidence. The evidence for that would give us radiation. She didn't want to give us radiation. We did have freezing. We had UV. Photos. There's my scam photo. That's a normal one. And there she is, waddling away. All right. Door slammed on my face. We had a look at me event where she went look at me. I didn't forget any equipment. I think that's everything. We can't use the obsidian shield. I did successfully hide from the ghost. I'm actually getting really good at that. Let's go with story time. I did tell a story. And I did accidentally call Pirate Spirit Pickles, which I'm going to call mispronouncing somebody's name. Check your bingo cards. We have yet another echo. We have an hour and 10 minutes left. Let's jump back into the fray. What do we got here? We got everything in there still. All right, to the pickle wagon. What do we need? We need the doppelganger. We need a banshee, a Tantalus, a Terios Sook, and a Wee Wee Gumbel. We still need 5 ghosts for Victoria. Why are these ones so rare for me? Like, the banshee has got to be my rarest ghost. I think I've seen 1 banshee the entire time I've been playing this game. Alright. Like, 1 banshee the entire time. I have yet to actually hear the banshee scream on Spirit Box. I know it exists. And once I'm done with my 18 Spirits of Victoria, I'm actually going to start doing master cleanses with starter boxes. Pirate Spirit. A Wee Wee Gumbel is actually a spirit. If we do a search for Wee Wee Gumbel. The Weeby Gumbel is a famous female ghost or supernatural being from Indonesian folklore. It's a child kidnapper who uses her long boobies to carry kids away. Yeah, a Weeby Gumbel is one of the ghosts. Shows a cautionary tale to keep kids at home at night and teach parents about proper care. Often taking neglected children to shelter them until parents learn their lesson. So not necessarily an evil spirit, right? It's more of a spirit of, hey, if you don't take care of your kids, the wee wee gumbel is going to take them until you learn how to take care of your kids. Actually, kind of really cool. Her legend originates from a tragic story of abandonment and sorrow near Mount Gumbel. So she's from Indonesia. Yeah, each of the ghosts in this game are actually properly derived from folklore from around the world, and their traits that they associated with the game. Yeah, Child Protective Services in ghost form. Yep. If Child and Protective Services use their breast to pick up children and carry them off. But that's an excellent metaphor for him, for the Wee Wee Gumbel. Wee Wee Gumbel also doesn't like lights. They keep turning them. They'll turn them off. And if you ever watch how, all right, so let's walk through how I do an investigation in this game, as everybody does it a little differently. But I've got mine pretty down, pretty procedurally down. So the first thing I do when I walk into the house is I have a specific set of lights that I turn on. And these are what I call my echo and wisp test. The echo will not touch lights. They won't turn them on or off. The wisp will only ever turn lights off. So as I walk through the house, I look for colder temperatures, finding the room. Alright, so right here. Well, we don't need that anymore. We have the radio turned on. If I was doing zero evidence and I didn't have my EMF there, I would go, okay, so this is not a phantom, and it is not an echo. The phantom and the echo will not turn radios on. However, I have EMF 20 off of that, so I can eliminate them with the EMF evidence there. There's another piece of evidence I just got. Actually, there's two pieces there. All right, so we had a door slammed in her face. The Tantalus will never close the door. I like to refer to the Tantalus as the homicidal gentleman of spirits. They will always leave a door open, and they will only ever open doors for the ghost hunters. But they closed the door there. The lights got turned off, which means we could eliminate the wisp and the echo from that, but we've already done that with the lack of... They don't have the EMF as evidence. Alright. I'm going to grab my flashlight here. So now that I know the ghost can turn lights off, I'm going to leave this one on. And I'm going to have my camera ready. And I'm just going to kind of like check the door here real quick for UV. Which I don't have. Okay. Turn my cell phone light back on, or my torch light on. And we are going to check the rooms. This is a haunted house, not a haunted room. This is not Phasmo where the ghost can only do stuff in their room. Or a room attached to their room, or within 15 meters of it. Victoria can give me evidence anywhere in this house. I only care about the ghost's favorite room for two things. Freezing temperatures. And the Sanctified Cross objective. So, here's something else you may have noticed. My thermometer has a red dot on it. I don't need to enter the library to check the temperature in there. I just point my thermometer in there, and because it's a laser thermometer, it checks the temperature in that room for me. Saves yourself a bunch of steps. It's 17 degrees, but rising in there, so I'm not quite convinced. She's tinkling around upstairs, doing something there. We're just going to check the various other rooms here real quick. Right now, the library is my leading suspect. We might have a wee-wee or a tauntalisk. Oh, there we go. This is her room right there. And we have the closet for hiding. Get that there. Alright, so I say this is probably her room. The temperature is dropping in here. I'm going to throw the Geiger in here, but I'm going to hang on to the flashlight. I'm going to go in here where the other radio is and turn that off. I'm going to go grab my Geiger counter. No rads. Okay. So I know that you like to turn lights. Wow, you're just turning all the radios on, aren't you? That's up in the radio upstairs. You're throwing stuff in here again. Alright. Let's put that in here. Do a quick check on our temperatures. Yeah, this is our room. Check the door for the UV. I have easy doors turned on, which means I can click on the door and it will automatically close or open it. At the same time, it's kind of annoying because if I click the door, it will close it before it'll open it. Alright, so looking at my evidence, we've got... Oh, we might have one of these. Banshee. We're not getting rads or off the stuff. Okay. What do we need here? We need to get that, that, and that, and pray. Because my anxiety in the game is high. We don't have anxiety, or sanity, we have anxiety levels. Shoot. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000. That might have been 8 seconds. Alright, I can tell you what she's not. So if that's 8 seconds, then we have possibly a wee-wee. Anxiety makes a lot more sense. Like, right here, like, I have my heart rate monitor, right? It's... How anxious am I? You're not a demon. Let's get my timer up here. I will be able to know if this is a wee-wee gum bell in 40 seconds or more. I need to... let's be quick about this. I need that in there. I need this in there. I need that in there. That can stay. You just turned off a light. You're definitely a Tantalus or a wee-wee gum bell. One of the two. I think you might be a Tantalus. I need that, that, and that. Okay. I'm going downstairs to turn on the... Hi. The breaker. Hunting at 60. I don't know. Teriosuk would be 90. On the spray. Stop that, reset that. Okay. I love how the game also has a stopwatch in it. Like, I have a timer in the game. I don't need to use live split. All right. Hey, Victoria, where are you? You upstairs still? All right, let's start that timer again. So, the reason I'm starting the timer as soon as she stops hunting is the Teriosuk. You are not a Teriosuk. You're a wee-wee. What else do I need for the wee-wee? I need EMF, RADS, and temp. No RADS off of that. Where's my thermometer? This isn't your room. Oh boy. No, it is your room. Why is it so... Excuse me, lady. I need a better... line, test on that. Give audio. You are a Teriosuk. I timed that wrong. Places aren't actually haunted, the characters. Yeah, so I've seen that theory about phasmophobia, where it's you're not so much investigating a ghost, it's you're suffering psychosis. Okay, stop, reset, start it again. Teriosuk's 90-second hunt timer. What's my other evidence for Teriosuk? Yes, yes, yes. Temperatures, EMF, and audio. That's a short hunt, though. That was a short hunt. Unless that was 90 seconds since I sprayed her. It can't be a Skia. Skia isn't... They die from fear-induced heart attacks, not actual ghosts. Yeah. Alright, let's start that timer again. We have audio. We are not getting any UV at all off of any of her door touches. We don't have any rats. The temperature's just taking forever to drop in this room. I'm very confused here. EMF and audio. That was a 40-second hunt. That's a short hunt duration. The Skia is 90. The Terios Sook is normal. 60 seconds. The Banshee is normal. Take those off. Who all do we have eliminated here? Uncheck everybody. Alright, we have EMF, we have audio. There's still those two. You're throwing stuff in the room. We have EMF on audio. Yes. Well, for some of them, yeah, it does. So, some ghost, it does matter. For example, the Teriasuk, if I spray the ghost, from the moment I spray the ghost, or the last time you spray the ghost, it is a 90-second hunt cooldown. I need you up here, Victoria. You're not a Skia. You're not crying. All right. You're not a Banshee, you're not a Skia. I mean, it could be a Banshee. I don't have a regular spirit box in there, though. I forgot that. But you are hunting super aggressively. I'm gonna go with a Teriasuk on this one. The Skia doesn't make sense. May have seemed insane what I was doing there, where I would spray the ghost and then I would like run and stand in her model for a second or so. If you get really close to a Skia, they cry. You can hear them crying. You can also hear them crying on the handheld spirit box, which I regret not putting in my loadout. The Banshee does a Banshee scream. Okay, you were a Teriasuk. You're just being weird. The Banshee does a scream as well into the handheld spirit box, kind of like the Phasmo one. But I was very confused because the Teriasuk was not acting right. Their behavior was off from what I'm familiar with. But we have a Teriasuk. Congratulations! Let's do the bingo up real quick. Active game. I'm definitely surprised by that. Definitely. I'm gonna go with hunt. That was a hunt. Congratulations, Pirate, on your bingo win. I did forget a piece of equipment. And I forgot my meds. We did not have any events. We've got a ghost photo, that's it. Evidence, we had audio for evidence. Our ghost is a Daryasuk. Yeah, well, I have actually quite a bit of space. So this is all the space that I have. I've got the big truck, so I can actually fit, I think, 6 full equipment loadouts in there, plus the infrasound receiver and the drawing easel, all in the truck. Right, I can fit all of that in there as one loadout, plus the zero evidence tools that I carry that I bring with me. So you can fully load up the truck and have all your equipment in there, right? With the truck I have, I can play with 6 people. Yeah, it does give me bigger loadouts. So, for example, if I bring up my thing, I go to mobile base, vehicles, and I go to this one. It's the very first vehicle you get. This little guy here. It's the original pickle wagon. It looks small by comparison to the space that it's in. But if we go here, this is the space you have. You have enough in there for enough space for 4 people, and then you have to make a choice of, fitting in the drawing easel or the infrasound receiver. The trucks are designed in such a way that you can. This one here's 5 people, by the way. It's designed to allow you to hold enough equipment for the group of people you have, and some of the extra bigger pieces. So this one here gives you an extra, 2 or 3 rows? Gives you an extra 3 rows of space. And then there's this one here. Actually, here, it shows you down here. You get 10 rows in the compact utility vehicle, 14 in the pickup truck, and 20 in the box truck. So you get 6 by 10. So 6 columns by 10 rows. Which gives you all the space. That, and that. We'll do that across the bar there. That. That. Grab that. Grab that. That. You know what? Let's not take that with us. It's becoming a crutch. And we need to go get some more drugs. Yeah, Pirate, if you haven't had the opportunity to play this game here, I highly recommend it. It is a lot of fun. The developers of it are amazing. The community is really good. I have not run into anybody in this game that has been like ultra troublesome or toxic. A lot of people are fairly friendly. Had somebody come into the game into my lobby yesterday, because I play with an open lobby. Or when my friends who own the game have it, they can just jump on in, and I don't mind playing with random people. Right? He came in, and was very confused because it wasn't his friend's lobby that he was going into, and he was swearing and was like, but he was actually pretty decent person. He's like, well, I'm gonna go because this was supposed to be. I was looking for my friend's lobby, and you're definitely not my friend's lobby. Also, you can fully decorate your place however you want, and each of there's 4 bases, and they get bigger and bigger and bigger. The art gallery is the largest, so there's like a level of personalization to your lobby that you can do in the game. Like, I keep my laptop here, but some people have it in other spots. I understand that. All right, I'm going to hop into the truck. I'm going to play the song for Victoria here. I need to use the washroom real quick, and I will be right back. Actually, hang on. You know what? I'm going to fire off the ads a little early, so I can go to the bathroom. So yeah, we're gonna run the ads a little early. I get Boom Bears up on stream for everybody. Exclamation join to get into the game. And I will be right back, everyone. Thank you for your understanding, and see everybody in 3 minutes. All right, I need that one and that one. Exclamation join! Get your bears in the gummicide. Be right back.
Ghost with flair, but his punchline's weak. We don't even care. Monsters and mayhem, they're all just a game. With humor as our weapon, we'll never be the
Fire it! Congratulations! Oh, there's a relation chat. I don't own that ball. Look, I can buy some balls. I'm gonna have to buy some more Pokeballs. Alright, let's get another round of Boom Bears in. So what do you think of the new theme song I got, Pirate Spirit? I don't know if you can hear it or not. My original one had, like, you know, strong ties to Phasmo, and I was like, you know what, I wanna, yeah, well this is Keisha's song, right? But the one previous to this, the one that was previously playing. Well, this one here, like this one here, was kind of like a fusion of metal and jazz with a New Orleans feel to it. This was written for Gokish, right? I wrote her a theme song. This is her song, right? And it gets played during my ad breaks because I love it. The previous one, which I could play after Blue Bears. Ah, I have the crown! Welcome back, everybody. Alright. That was excellent timing on song ending. Alright, where is it? Let me do this here. Go here. I want to play a VLC video source. I'll just remove it. I'm going to go here, add a file to it. Go here, media, songs. Here. Is it that one? I think it's that one. So this is the new one.
Welcome to the realm where shadows snicker, where punchlines bite and chills grow thicker.
This is my new theme.
A dead joke lingers like a ghostly groan. In this haunted house, you're never alone. Laugh at the fear, grin at the gloom, dance with the spirits in this room. Grubbing death here, so come take my hand. Together we smile, together we joke. Be a grubbin, my friend. Oh, my friend. Cobwebs tell tales of puns long gone. Puns long gone. A demon chuckles, the banshee screams her song. Evil retreats when the jokes come fast. Laughter's the spell that'll always last. Can you hear the giggles in the air? A spooky cackle, a laugh so rare. Laugh at the fear, grin at the gloom, dance with the spirits in this room. Grubbin death here, so come take my hand. Together we smile, together we joke. Be a grubbin, my friend. Oh, my friend. Knock, knock, who's there? A ghost with flair, but his punchline's weak, we don't even care. Monsters and mayhem, they're all just a game. With humor as our weapon, we'll never be the same.
So that's the new theme song. All right, you turn on lights, you turn on radios. You're not a phantom, not Terra Sook, not a Wee Wee Gambo, and not the Echo. Thank you. Yeah, I wrote the lyrics for that there. That one is one of my first 100% written by me works of insanity. Get all this upstairs. My original theme song had was like fully written by the AI, and I wanted something that didn't have a whole bunch of oh well, hey look, you like candles, like a bunch of Phasma references. There's nothing wrong with ghost references. So you like candles, you're not a wraith, you're not a Bahoot, you're not a that there, you're not the Echo, not the Wee Wee. Okay. We have no evidence yet. Except it's really cold in that room. Hey, appreciate the lyrics, Laggy. Thank you. Grab that and the FLX and their second spray bottle. We had a light break, okay. Are you a Strigoi? Nope. Okay, well, oh, hey, look, writing. I love how we get writing and like, yep. Rads. Nope. EMF. Maybe. Are you there? Where are you? Sprayed her too. Not a demon. Too fast. All right. 1, 2, 3, or 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. We got a 2. Got a 2 going once. Going twice. We got 2. Got a 2. Going once. Going twice. 2. Going 2. Oh, hey, look. You guys pulled the star. I mean, it could be a demon. Come on. Get up. Get off the ground. Just a bad, bad dream. That one, and that one. Okay. My heart rate is that. Okay. You very well could be demon. Nope, you're an Iblis. I need that picture. Ah. You're an Iblis. I'm looping the ghost. Don't need that. I need more sprays. Jeez, that was intense. Kept failing the timing on the picture. Every time I took the picture, she blinked. All right. We have got an Iblis. All right, I could tell that she's an Iblis because when she was hunting, her clothing changed color. Iblis shapeshift, unlike Phasmophobia ghosts where they shapeshift body types. Like, you know, you get one model from another one. Hey, Callie, how you doing, my friend? The Iblis will change their clothes. They are the master of the theatrical quick change.
Stay a while and listen.
Well, welcome to the Grubbin family. How you doing, Callie? All right, I'm getting a picture of you this time, Victoria. Oh, that's okay, Callie. I know you. I know you intended to be following. I am never upset. But thank you for following. I appreciate it. Oh, we got the red and black dress. Beautiful. We have an Iblis, Callie. Yeah, we got the red and black dress. It's kind of hard to see in that one, but you can see her hair gone red. She's already given me a kiss once on this map. And then I tried to get the photo of her and I ended up failing twice. And had to loop her around the first floor. Always. Oh no, second floor hallways. We're looping that way. Alright, we got all of that. To the pickle wagon. What the hell are you doing, my friend? Can we give Callie a shout out, please? Lish Cat? I don't think I have Callie on the auto shouts. And we should add her there. Because Callie is amazing. If you're not following the amazing and talented and beautiful and funny Callie, you should. Yes, Envy. When I stream it, I stream into it. We are so totally... Okay. Apparently I did... I'm confused. I'm very confused. I mean, these three make sense. Although that one doesn't. Oh, no, wait, that says I'm dying falling to the floor. That makes sense, too. Yeah, that's me going face first into the floor. I turned around to snap the photo of her. She gave me the hug as I snapped the photo and sprayed, and that's what the photo took. I'll catch you later, Envy. Thank you very much, my friend. Have a good day at work. Okay, well, let's update the thing. Let's update our... That's 2 Iblis we've got. Let's update our bingo. I think I should add the Iblis shapeshift to bingo. What do you guys think? I think the TOS bingo needs a little bit more on it. Yeah, I think we need to do that. We had a light break on this one. Yes. We had a growl. That's the one I took a picture of her arm. Apparently I sprayed the air. Deaths. I pulled a star card on death. Chat chose the star card. Done. Alright, check your bingo cards. We do play bingo here. It is 100% free. Or stream bounty, or whatever you want to call it. That one almost turned into be an expensive run. So yeah, Callie, I'm doing a challenge I like to call the 18 Spirits of Victoria. If you look over here in the top... Oh, congratulations on your bingo win. Let's get you a token for that. There you go. You can see all the different ghost types we have in the other side, as you're very well familiar with. Funny enough, I have yet to actually see a Banshee, a Doppelganger, and a Tantalus, or a Wee Wee Gombel with Victoria. Every game that I play, that I do on this one here, well, then maybe I should get you in here so I can get some Banshees, because I still haven't heard the Banshee scream yet. Honestly, I haven't heard the Banshee scream. I've had one Banshee the entire time I have been playing the other side. And how many hours am I coming up to on this? I've got 407 hours in on the other side right now. And I have had one Banshee. If I reach 500 hours and I still have only got the one Banshee, I'm going to think that I was just hallucinating. But yeah, I've been keeping track of every ghost type that I've gotten so far while playing this map here. I am playing on expert difficulty just so chat has something to do when Victoria gives me a kiss. They can choose my fate. And let's do that. Load out. Alright, so that, thermal, that, and that. Alright. As I was actually trying to explain one game, let's go through my process of elimination here. I go in, I turn on this light only. She is very affectionate. And then I do a sweep of the first floor with the lights off, wandering around looking for the cold room. Depending on the equipment I have, in this case the UV and the spirit box, I'm listening for, well, spirit box. And if she touches a door or light that I'm nearby, I can check the UV. I will go around, I will check all the areas on the first floor. Alright, we got our photo. Hey, beautiful. Love that smile. Alright, so when she events, I'm going to take a picture of her. She's tinkling somewhere now. She's getting all tinkly. Let's check the back bathroom first. The reason I turn on that light upstairs at the front is that is my control for lights. There are certain ghosts on Zero Evidence who can turn lights on or off, and this is my control light. Given that the stairwell here passes right by that light switch, I have found that Victoria is very likely to come down and interact with the cannot manifest. Am I eliminating one of these in turn lights on and off another? Louis Gunville, Curiosux, Strigoi, and Phantom, they don't manifest, that's right. I found that they can walk by and they'll play with that light switch, so if she touches the white light switch and turns it off, then not an echo. And not a wisp. If I find any lights on, I can eliminate the ghosts that turn lights on or off. If I get a door slammed in my face, I can eliminate the Tantalus. If I get a physical manifestation, then I can eliminate the ghosts that don't do that. As I said about the door being slammed in my face, so she's not a Tantalus. Remember, the Tantalus are the gentleman ghost. Yeah, you're back here. We don't need that anymore. We got freezing cold temperatures in this room. We do not have a... well, we have a UV, which eliminates a bunch of ghosts. I'm going to open this door because I need it for looping her. And we're going to keep the spirit box on us while we go grab more stuff. But now that she's upstairs, I'm going to put the second floor light on as another control light. It just means that I now have two lights that she can interact with. And we are going to grab the Geiger counter and the EMF. And go super crazy on our power all the items turned on. No, you didn't turn that radio on. Alright. That's how I look for the ghosts. And the things that I do. No rads, no EMF. Freezing. Alright, we have rads, freezing, and that. Alright, let's go get the crucifix and escape a hunt. We have an echo. This will make what? Our fifth echo? As you can tell, I'm very impressed by having an echo. I love the echoes. Echoes are fun. I'll just grab 3 of them. Echoes are ghosts that don't do much of anything. They're not that entertaining. They don't turn on radios. They don't turn off radios. They don't turn on lights. They don't turn off lights. They can play around with candles, but that's about it. They can blow them out. That's it. Right? They're really, because they don't play with lights, they're kind of a... Ooh. Hello, Rogue Bear 86. Welcome in, Raiders. I gotta step outside the house here real quick. Victoria, wait a minute. We have guests. Hello, Rogue Bear. The bears are coming. The bears are coming. Hello, Rogue Bear. What were you playing? I missed what you were playing. Please tell me what you're playing there. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Grub&Dad. I am a horror variety streamer from the beautiful province of Ontario in the icy cold country of Canada. I stream typically 8:30 or 10:30 a.m. Eastern to 2:30 p.m. Eastern time, at which point I turn into a pumpkin and have to, well, actually I turn into dad and have to go get my kid from school. You're playing Stardew Valley. You're in your cozy area. Ooh. I've seen some people play Stardew Valley. I have not played it myself. It looks interesting. I do enjoy Minecraft. I enjoy survival building games as well. Like your Valheim, 7 Days to Die, Minecraft. Those are the big ones that I've played. Games like that. But I also enjoy playing ghost hunting and investigation games like Phasmophobia and The Other Side. But yeah, welcome in. It means so much that you brought your community over here. Thank you very much. Out of all the channels on Twitch, you picked me, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Milishcat is my beautiful wife and the voice inside my head. She helps keep me sane and keep me on track when I start going on dad rambles, which does happen at time to time. But Rogue Bear, if you need to raid and run, I completely understand that. I will take good care of your community. I will try not to, get their eyes rolling so far back into their head with some of the puns and bad jokes that I make. But if you want to stay a while and listen, you are more than welcome to do so. But I would love for you to do me 2 big favors. 1, go get yourself something to drink. Streaming involves a lot of talking, which can dry the throat out. You got to take care of that voice. 2, get something to eat. I know by the time I'm done streaming, I am starving. And I definitely got to get myself something to eat before I run off and pick up my little girl from school. So, yeah. Yeah, post-stream care is important. One of the things that we're building up around here is the idea of self-care and taking care of ourselves and each other. I wanted to build a community in a place where my wife feels comfortable hanging out with and being social with people. And so far, that is going very well. And welcome in. Yes, welcome in, everybody. We're playing I've been told you guys can't hear me when that transition happens. We're playing The Other Side, which is a ghost hunting game. Absolutely fantastic community, fantastic developers. They reach out and work with the community on updates and amazing work. We are currently at the Plantation Manor, which is one of my favorite maps. It is technically a large map in the game, designed for 2 to 6 people. Well, 2 to 4. I guess it would make it their medium map. But the way it is designed and laid out, if you were flying solo like I am today, you can easily do this map in one as a solo player because of its verticality, which really helps out. If anybody has any questions about the game and what's going on or why I'm doing certain things, please ask. I will happily answer the questions. If you do own The Other Side and you want to get a game in with me, you're more than welcome to do so. Although today might not be the best days to do it. I do have to end early today because I have an appointment that I have to keep. Which is actually, when is that appointment? Oh, in 10 minutes apparently. Well, thankfully it's online, so we're gonna have to actually raid out soon. I love that smile, Victoria. Can we get a hunt, please? Yeah, it's 10 minutes. We'll be fine. Let's get this hunt out of the way, and then while I wait for our hunt, we'll look for a raid target here. I'm sorry that you were raiding into me while running it. I thought the appointment was at 2:30. Well, that wasn't creepy at all. No, it wasn't creepy at all. And look, I caught a fantastic shot of her arm. Look at that. It's a flawless photo of her shoulder. Perfect. Look, yeah, it is at 2 o'clock. I thought it was at 2:30 today. We are also a very neurodivergent community. I myself have ADHD. And as you can tell, I forget what time it is. So while this is going on, I'm going to find a raid target because we're waiting for her to start hunting. And it's taking forever. Autism and inattentive ADHD. I have combined ADHD, which is the most common version. It's like a hyperactive and inattentive all combined into one, so I get all the fun traits of both of them and all the trouble from both of them at the same time. What do we got going on here? Oh, what? I think... oh, there we go. She's hunting. Hey, Victoria, beautiful. I'm downstairs at the front door waiting for you. Right where you asked me. Yeah, perfect. Hi. How's it going, gorgeous? Alright, thanks for stopping by. I'm going to go over this way and hide in the library now. So, the ghost can't actually detect my cell phone or the light on it. The developers did that intentionally. Originally they could. And then they changed it because they didn't want their players running around in the dark, running into stuff. So if I were to turn this light off, that's what it looks like, right? Because this map has a bit of ambient fog and dust clutter on it, which can make it really hard to see it in the dark. So imagine trying to escape the ghost when I can't have my phone out, and all I can see is the light effects from her. And like, okay, but she's over there. I need to get over here, and it's pitch black. So the developers were very kind and let us keep our cell phone lights during hunts, which is amazing. All right, did I get the right ghost on here? Yeah, we have the echo. Yeah. Pirate, yes. I'm gonna say the difference between Kinetic and the developers of Other Side, DEC, Foggy, who are the developers, is that the developers of the Other Side want their community to be involved. versus Kinetic, they have their vision of the game. They have their vision of the game, and they don't want to deviate from it. All right, we have an echo. I'm going to quickly update my thing here, and we're going to go and raid into Davey, who doesn't usually play at the same, or is not usually on the same time I am. Absolutely fantastic guy. He is going to be doing a charity drive for Crohn's, I believe it was. 10% of all revenue proceeds to charity. Yeah, so he's doing a charity, a holiday subathon, and doing a charity thing. He's just starting up. Dave is a great guy. Absolutely fantastic community himself. Currently, he's dressed like an elf. So we're going to go visit Davey. I do have to go, and I'm very sorry about that. But we're going to speed run through this here real quick. All right, so I want to say thank you to everybody who came out today. Rogue Bear, I've given you a follow. Thank you very much for bringing your community over here. I'm sorry about raiding out on you shortly after. I thought I had a bit more time. Raid messages for everybody, anyone. Please grab that raid message. It does bring some eyes onto the channel. All right. Raid message 2 is for everyone with a subscription. And raid message 3 is if you want to be cool like my son Grubbin Boy, who did the artwork for the Boo Buddy there and wrote the message itself out, which I'm trying to copy at the moment. Grab that one. You do need a subscription for it, but he did an amazing job on that. We're going to go say hello to Davey. I have to run to an appointment in 6 minutes. Thankfully, it's online. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. I had a lot of fun. I will see everybody on Monday, barring something from happening. And, yeah, if you want to see somebody awesome, please go look in the mirror because you are awesome. You're amazing. Love you all. Let's go spread the love to Davey. He's running his holiday charity subathon. Have a fantastic